You ever get that feeling that your online store is just one little tweak away from really taking off? Well, today, forget small tweaks. We're going to look at the whole picture and transform your store by optimizing the entire customer journey, from that very first click all the way to the final thank you page. All right, let's get into it. So maybe you've built this gorgeous site, but where is everybody? Or maybe you get plenty of visitors, but they're just window shopping, not actually buying. If any of that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to break down how to fix the little things that quietly kill your sales. So here's our game plan. We're basically going to walk in your customers' shoes. We'll start with how they even find you in the first place, then what they see when they show up, how you earn their trust, how you make it stupidly simple to buy, and, this is the fun part, how you can boost the value of every single order you get. Okay, first things first, we gotta get people in the door. In this massive sea of online stores, having an amazing product just isn't enough. You have to pop up right in front of the people who are already looking for what you've got. And before we even get into strategy, we have to talk about where they're looking. Get this, over 60% of all online shopping happens on a phone. This isn't a trend, it's just how things are now. So every single decision we make from here on out, it has to be mobile first, period. So how do we get found? The big answer is SEO, search engine optimization. The trick is to think exactly like your customer. So instead of a super broad keyword like running shoes, you want to get specific with long tail keywords. Think women's waterproof trail running shoes. See? Someone searching for that isn't just browsing, they're ready to buy. This brings you free, super targeted traffic. And it goes beyond that. Adding good alt text to your images helps them show up in searches, and writing helpful blog posts makes you look like an expert and catches people who are still in that research phase. And another really powerful way to get in front of people is to, kind of borrow an audience that's already out there. Partnering up with an influencer that your ideal customer already follows and trusts, that can be a massive shortcut to getting your product seen by thousands of people who are ready to listen. All right, let's keep this moving. A customer clicks a link and bam, they land on your product page. This is it. This is your moment, your virtual storefront. And you have literally just a few seconds to make them think, wow, okay, I'm interested. If you remember one thing from this whole section, make it this. Show, don't just tell. A handful of great photos or a quick video will show off your product's value way better than paragraphs of text ever could. People want to see it, spin it around, and picture it in their own hands. So what does a great product page actually look like? Well, it's got high-res photos and video, for sure. It has headlines that sell a feeling, not just a feature. Like Allbirds doesn't sell wool shoes. They sell a breathable, everyday sneaker. You feel the difference, right? It's about the benefit. You also want to show the product in the real world, like how Loop uses unboxing videos to get you excited. And on your phone, that Add to Cart button, the best pages make it stick to the bottom of your screen, so it's always there as you scroll. It's such a simple thing, but it makes buying so much easier. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. None of those amazing photos matter if your page is slow. Speed is an absolute conversion killer. Just a 1-second delay in your page loading can slash your conversions by a whopping 7%. So yeah, optimizing your images for speed isn't optional, it's essential. Okay, so your product page is looking fantastic, it's loading lightning fast, but people are naturally a little skeptical online. Our next job is to knock down that wall of doubt and build some real, solid trust. And the best tool we have for that is something called social proof. It sounds fancy, but it's super simple. When we're not sure what to do, we just look around and see what everyone else is doing. If tons of people are buying and loving a product, our brains just go, yep, that must be the right choice. And we create this feeling on our site with things like verified customer reviews and star ratings. But it's also about the little things, like security badges that show their payment info is safe. And you absolutely need a clear, easy-to-find return policy. That basically tells the customer, hey, we're so confident you'll love this that we're making this purchase totally risk-free for you. And this brings us right back to influencers. A recommendation from a real person just feels more authentic than a slick ad. I mean, the numbers don't lie. 63% of people trust what an influencer says way more than what a brand says about itself. That's social proof in action. So, your customer is sold. They've added something to their cart. We're right at the finish line. But honestly, this is where so many online stores just completely drop the ball. The checkout has to be as simple and as painless as possible. So how do we do that? It's easy, just 3 steps. 1. Let people check out as a guest. Seriously, don't force them to create an account. 2. Get rid of unnecessary form fields. Only ask for the absolute essentials. And 3. Offer express checkout options like Apple Pay or Google Pay. One-click payments are the dream for a reason. Here's another great way to remove friction, especially for pricier items. Offer installment payments. HisMile is a perfect example. All of a sudden, a $59 product becomes 4 payments of $14.75. It's a psychological trick that just reframes the price and makes it feel way more manageable. And now we're at our final stage. The customer has clicked buy, but our job isn't quite over yet. The smartest stores know how to strategically increase their average order value, or AOV, which makes every single sale that much more profitable. The two big strategies here are upselling and cross-selling. Just think of it as upgrade versus add-on. So if someone's buying a tablet, an upsell would be offering them this 16GB model instead of the 8GB. A cross-sell would be suggesting a case or a stylus to go with it. Both are pure gold for your bottom line. And you can nudge people toward this with some clever incentives. Setting a free shipping threshold is a classic because nobody wants to pay for shipping. Bundles are great because they offer obvious value. And offering a free little gift if they hit a certain spending amount, that can easily get a customer to add one more thing to their cart. So after all this work, what's the actual payoff? Well, the average conversion rate for an e-commerce store is a pretty sad 1.4%. But by actually optimizing this whole journey, stores can hit 3, 4, even 6% or higher. We're not talking about a little bump here. That's a strategy that could literally double or even triple your business. And that brings us to the end. This whole customer journey is just a chain of opportunities. So I'll leave you with this question. Looking at your own store, what's the one bottleneck, the single biggest point of friction that you can go and fix this week?